effect on other people. We all know it from our own experiences. I am sure you can remember a time when words helped you through a difficult time, or a time when words did damage to you. All of a sudden, you remember how the words someone spoke to you long ago have stayed with you. You remember how the spirit or attitude in which the words were spoken affected you. Many moons ago, when I was a young adult, there was a time when I did not tell anyone about it, even my best friend. As an eldest child, I was quite close to my mother, and she knew pretty much about everything that was going on in my life. But I kept it from her too. But you know, mothers have a special instinct about their children, especially about their daughters. So it did not take long for my mother to find out my little secret. And then she confronted me about it. Though she did not scold me for what I had done, I felt so ashamed of myself that I began to cry immediately. She left me alone to cry, and after a while, she came back and said these words to me that I will never forget. She said, "Honey, it's okay. No matter what, you are still my beloved daughter. I'm always very proud of you. You are my oldest child, and I'm always proud of you. Stop crying. Life is long. There will be times when you find yourself really needing to cry. So save your tears for those times." And she wrapped her arms around me in a loving embrace. What kind of impact do you think my mother's words had on me that day? As you can imagine, her words of love, her words of wisdom freed me up instantly from my guilt and shame that had kept me in chains. And ever since then, they have stayed with me throughout all the ups and downs of my life. Whenever I was feeling depressed, blaming myself for a brokenness I encountered in my life, I remember the words my mother spoke to me that day, as well as the tone of her voice and the tenderness of her touch for me. Indeed, our words have power. Power to encourage and inspire. Power to bless and build up. Power to heal and give life. But I also have a different kind of memory associated with the power of words. In the final year of my seminary education, I was seeking an appointment to a local church. I was in the final step of my ordination. So it was, I expected to have an appointment. And one day, I received a letter from a district superintendent. The letter informed me that the bishop would appoint me to a church. I was delighted. I was given a date and time as well as a phone number to call the district superintendent in order to find out more about the name of the church and some more details about my church. I was both so excited and at the same time nervous about the phone call. At the time, just 4 years after I came to the United States, my English was not that good. So I was worried that I might not be able to understand the district superintendent on the phone, especially those who speak English as a second language. You understand what I mean. It is not that easy to understand the foreign language, but especially when you talk to someone on the phone, it is even more difficult. I was worried that the district superintendent might not be able to understand me, and then on the phone, and then she would, because of my poor English skills, she might withdraw the bishop. She might complain to the bishop, and then bishop might withdraw my appointment. And also, I was very busy juggling the responsibilities of being a mother of 2 little children, a pastor's wife, and a seminary student. The final papers that were due before my graduation were fast approaching. In the midst of all my hectic life, it suddenly dawned on me that I had missed my appointment to call the district superintendent. I got almost panicked, and I rushed to call the district office. That time, the cell phones were not popular. That was before. And I was soon connected to the district superintendent. I apologized. You can imagine that I profusely apologized for failing to call her on the scheduled time and tried to explain to her the circumstances of my life. Well, she wasn't at all on you. She has this very deep voice, and this exactly she said, "Shame on you." She went on to say some more. I could not really